Rolling with Nat 20. I'm Nat 20, and today we're going to be playing KeeperRL. Now, this game is kind of a cross between Dwarf Fortress and Dungeon Keeper, in which you are a warlock who has been banished from the lawful world for practicing black magic. You are going to claim the land of Edelis and make it your domain. The best way to achieve this is to kill everyone. Now, I'll be showing you a few of the basics in how to build a simple functioning dungeon today. To start, we need to dig into the mountain and establish our dungeon. Along the way, we will be collecting some of the resources nearby. Our imps are going to carry out our orders, so we're going to need a lot of them. Each imp requires mana to summon, and that mana cost rises with each imp you have. At 10, we'll have used all of our starting mana, but we'll be able to get all of our orders done fairly quickly. Notice how our resources on the bottom left are at 0. That's because we need to build a storage room. Only the resources kept in the storage room get counted. Now that we have a storage room, our imps will gather resources into it on their own so that we can truly begin to build our dungeon. The most important room for us to begin with will be our keeper's hangout, the library. The library serves two main functions. It unlocks our tech tree so that we can learn to do bigger and better things, as well as provides our keeper with a place to study and steadily generate mana. When building the library, we need to account for room efficiency. This is determined on a tile-by-tile basis and is influenced by adjacent like tiles and lighting, hence the torches. Since wood is used to build the library and wood is incredibly abundant, I like to make quite a large library. The size of your library is important. As you reach later points in the tech tree, it will require you to have a larger library to proceed. Now that we have some mana, we will go to our research screen and unlock crafting. Crafting will allow us to build a door for protection, as well as a forge so we can craft gear for our monsters we will be getting a little bit later. I like to unlock sorcery next since it opens up a lot more of the tech tree, as well as provides our keeper with a few spells in case things start to go south. Next, we are going to need alchemy so that we can build a laboratory and make potions to give our forces the edge in combat. Ironworking will also play an important role in building equipment for our forces. Now we get to build our workshops. Like the library, the forge and lab factor in room efficiency, so make sure to add your torches. Remember to be more conservative with your workshops than you were with your library. The forge requires iron, and the lab requires stone, both of which are finite resources and should be used somewhat sparingly. We are nearly ready to summon some greenskins in our dungeon. You know, gnomes, goblins, ogres, the likes. But first they're going to need a place to sleep. We're going to build a dormitory next, giving it quick access to the workshops as well as our main entrance room. The dorm size will determine how many greenskins the dungeon can hold. And the dorm uses wood, so build as much as you like and don't worry about lighting, as the rooms that house our creatures have no efficiency to maintain. While our imps build that, we will turn our entrance room into a training room. The training room does require efficiency management, and thus torches are necessary. Each tile siphons some iron, so remain aware of your supply. Finally, we summon some creatures. We're going to start off with 3 gnomes that will go man our workshops and begin building our arsenal. The more expensive greenskins don't seem to differ in crafting ability, only in combat prowess. Remember, these creatures have a will of their own, so in order to get them to bend to our will, we're going to need to remind them of what their tasks are ever so often. Time to begin assembling our army. Ogres are the strongest greenskin we can summon right now, so we will get one and make them train. The ogre, as well as the keeper for that matter, will temporarily leave their task to get better equipment as the gnomes are making it, so we don't need to worry about that. It's not super important at this point, but since it only costs wood, it might be a good idea to build a treasure room to store any gold that we decide to dig out. Now that we have some ogres, we want to make sure to grab the two-handed weapons option from the library so we can make glorious weaponry for our ogre brigade. Alright, here's the real secret to surviving the early game, and that is to build the last shrine on the list. Its name will vary because it's procedurally generated, but it always represents the dragon of the map. Build the shrine and then dedicate a greenskin's entire existence to worshipping it. Otherwise, the dragon will become upset and rage its way to and through our dungeon. From here, we are going to use our mana to summon a few more ogres and fill out our tech tree a little bit. Greenskins are all fine and good, but it would be nice to diversify a bit. We will build a beast lair to shelter our non-humanoid creatures. Once that's been complete, we will summon a raven. At the break of dawn, we will use our bird for reconnaissance, but until then, it's just going to fly around on its own for a bit. Traps are a cornerstone to any good dungeon. With our ogre strategy, an effective trap would be an alarm placed at the front door. This rallies all of our troops to that location in case of an invasion. A lot of devious things can be done with traps, but to keep things simple, we'll just stick with the alarm for today. Day has finally broken, so we will possess our raven so we can explore the map. This can take some time, so I'll speed this part up. You can possess any of your creatures like this, except for the imps. If I were possessing my keeper, I would have access to his sorcery spells here. It is in possessing your keeper and his minions that really highlight what about this game is roguelike. Looks like we found this world's dragon. His name is in green text, meaning he's not hostile. Our shrine back home is working. Good thing too, that dragon is extremely close to our dungeon. If we take a look at the map, we can see 5 names. These represent the 5 civilizations that exist in our world, and in order to ensure the Keeper's safety and victory, we will need to destroy each and every one of them. That concludes the basics of getting a dungeon set up in KeeperRL. The game is currently in alpha, but is coming along pretty quickly. It was the benefactor of a successful Indiegogo campaign and has made great strides since then. I'm excited to see how this game evolves. If you like the game and would like to help the developer, the alpha buy-in is just $15, link down in the description. Interested in the game but short on cash? An ascii version of the game is also available free of purchase. KeeperRL is also on Steam and Greenlight, so why not throw a vote its way? Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell me your thoughts about the game in the comments. You've been rolling with Nat 20, and I'll see you guys later.